Hey guys,
welcome back to our channel,
Plots with a Twist.
We discuss books,
amongst other things, and we sorry, we late. We got tagged, y'all. No.
We got tagged.
So we are still learning. Even though we've been on YouTube a little time now, we still don't know the things,
the ins and outs.
We very much make a video, edit it, post it, respond to comments, and so we're not like YouTubers. So yeah, we apologize, but we got tagged by Tangible Reads. Hey,
yes,
girl.
Hey girl, hey. Thank you so much for tagging us.
She tagged us a while ago, but we just found it. We didn't know. But she tagged us in the, what is it called? The DejaVu tag. So let's get into it. Okay. So this is basically focusing on like rereading and the joy of rereading and the joy of books. Yes. So yes. So first, I got the questions. So first, do you reread and how often?
No. I probably reread a book. I don't think I've ever fully reread a book like all the way through. I don't think I have. I may have read like I know I've tried to reread a couple books, but I'll just like skip to the pages. But I'm like, well, I know this part gonna be good. So yeah, I've never actually reread a book, believe it or not.
Me either. If I've reread a book, it was by mistake, or not even by mistake in that way, where like, okay, let me take that back. If I reread a book, I just reread like the first 2 chapters or something because I had to start over because it went so long before when I started it. When I was younger though, I would have to because I would forget the information and I have book report and stuff like that. So sometimes, but no, not regularly, not often, not at all. So that's that. Why do or don't you reread?
Cause I can't get into it again. Like once I've read I feel like rereading is different from like watching a movie over again. Like you can kind of like sit down and enjoy like a TV show or movie again. Cause I'll watch a TV show over and over again. But I was watching The Office last night. But I cannot like, I don't know. I anticipate things and I am like, okay, just get to the good part already. Like I can't like, you know, in reading there's a lot more detail and stuff and all the little minuscule details. I don't want to reread that again. I just want to get to the nitty gritty good parts. Like, so I can't reread. It just makes me like, I'll get bored.
Same. Not that I'll get bored. But if I've already had the experience, it's challenging for me to go through it again. Especially reading is a little bit more labor, a little bit more, you know, work than just watching a show, watching a movie, something like that. So it's a little bit more challenging for me. But honestly, I want to be a person that rereads. Like, I want to be a creature of habit. I want to be like, oh my God, this is my cozy little book. This is my cozy little sweater. This is the bag I wear every fall. This is the perfume I wear every day. But I can't. Yeah, it's too much to experience, so it's just hard. It's just hard. But yeah, I just don't because it probably took a lot for me to even read it the first time. So it's gonna definitely take a whole bunch more for me to reread it another time. So
yeah, agree.
All right, what have been your favorite books to reread? So this is kind of like if we reread, what do you think?
Yeah, the only thing that I like can like go back and pick up again is like self-help books or nonfiction books, and with that I'm going straight to the point where I'm like, where did I need a little guidance, let me go straight to that chapter or whatever. I'm still not reading that front to back, cover to cover, because I feel like with books like that too, you can probably like take something away from it than you did like the second time. I mean, probably with fiction books too, but it's not happening, not for me. But yeah, those would be like my favorite type of books to reread.
If I were a rereader, the books I think I would want to reread are like those Hardy books where it's like, oh my God, I was so moved and you know, things happened and oh my God, I'm a different person now because I read this book. I want to be like able to reread those. I want to be like, go back to A Man Called Ove and be like, oh my God, this is so good. So I think books like that just moved me emotionally would be books that I would likely reread, or like you said, like self-help books where it's like, I'm getting something out of it. I'm learning something. It's something that I might have not processed the first time appropriately or whatever. Or I just needed it in that moment. I think those will also be good ones to reread. All right. What would you like to reread? I kind of already said, but I do have books I would like to reread, actually.
I wish I think we did a tag about this before, like books that we wish
it was a
we could
question.
read, for the first time, but
or we did re-experience, but that's like if you've never read it before.
Yeah. I do want to reread The Power of Now because I feel like I can get something out, and it's always by my like nightstand, and I always say I'm gonna read it again, but I haven't read it. I have gone back to it before, but just lately I need to read it in these last few years because life has changed so much with the pandemic and all the things that have happened since then. So I would like to reread that again. What else? That's it.
I would like to reread Harry Potter.
Of course you would.
That's actually on the plan, on the bucket list, on the to-do list. Yes, I know J.K. Rowling is problematic.
She's a little problematic.
But I already have the books. I'm not like actually, providing additional support. I already have them. And like I said before, the world she created, I feel like is separate from my actual thoughts of her. But yeah, I know she's lost lots of fans and stuff like that, but I think that's challenging to like let go. So for me personally, that's just me personally. And I would, reread it, and I would like ideally to introduce my sons to it. They're not interested in Harry Potter at all, but that's just my excuse to read it. But I would like, because I used to be like an encyclopedia. I want to be that girl again a little bit, even though it's not relevant anymore. I still want to be like, actually, Peeves is missing from the movie. Like, all right. So, what book do you predict will be so good you have to reread?
There's nothing that's coming out that I'm just like, oh, because I'm not a rereader. So there's nothing that I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to want to read that. I don't even know what books are coming out. Right. That's the thing. All I can think of is the Frederick Bachman, and I'm not rereading it.
Yeah, no.
So
no.
I'm excited to read it, but I don't think I would reread it again. Yeah, the answer is 0 for me.
Nothing, nada. Same. I don't like. We don't even keep up with books that are coming out. Of course, we'll see news that if it's like one of our favorite authors. But our favorite authors are usually, or so far, some of them are popular authors. So of course we'll see that because of their popularity, like Frederick Bachman, Taylor Jenkins Reid, things like that. But we usually don't know what's coming out, what way is up. So it's hard to say what we will predict because we don't even know. Yeah. But I don't even reread. So for real, that next self-help book I read, that's the one I'm going to read.
Okay. You don't even read self-help.
I sure don't. All right. What book from your younger years would you reread? I do have one for this one.
From my younger years,
is that hard?
I would reread Great Gatsby. That's something I read when I was in school. My teacher, I feel like our whole lit class was about that. And I just want to see now if it was all that it's cracked up to be, how they was making the scene back then. Because we had to, decipher that book and the American dream and what did the green glasses represent and was it, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it's because he, talked it up so much. But I need to read it now as an adult and be like, was it really? Let me find some problems with it.
The funny thing is, I was like, oh, I know someone who rereads that book every fall, but I think that was in a book. I think that was in Beach Read. Did he read Great Gatsby every fall or something like that? Okay, so I just made that up. I'm thinking I know somebody who do that.
Not the book world encompassing your real world reality.
I would say Great Gatsby, but I don't even think I read it. I never read it.
And I let somebody borrow it and they never gave it back. So now I got it. I think I have it, but it's not the copy
the pretty one.
Yeah.
I said The Giver by Lewis. Can't think of his last name right now. Because that was actually a book I actually attempted to read and was mostly successful in reading in high school. And it had an interesting premise from what I recall, but I was just so out of reading and, oh my God, this is homework. I really couldn't appreciate it. And it went on to be a movie and all that. And I was like, oh, I want to see the movie, but I don't even remember what the book is about. But I kind of remember what the book is about. And I'm just intrigued by the idea of a utopia and trying to create a utopia. And just, I felt like that was my first introduction to like dystopic futures and things like that. So I would like to reread that. I actually purchased it from Goodwill.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah, I actually purchased it from Goodwill with the intent of rereading it one day. So that would be one. All right. Tell a book or series of books that you need to reread because it was so complex. I got one. I just thought of.
I'm trying to think.
She like, I get it the first time.
No, I know there's one that I'm probably like, huh?
I got one in my head. As soon as I say, you can be like, yeah.
Say it. It's a Jasmine Ward book. Oh.
So I'm thinking more so a series of books, but this hasn't even been a series yet. The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. I was confused. Confusion. That like, is, if we had to sum that book up in one word, confusion.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. You know, it's another one. I would probably what was the book? Red Leopard.
I'll probably try to reread that, but I didn't finish it. I got through the first 3 chapters. Yeah, I didn't finish it. I feel like I listened. You did finish it,
did I? I listen. If I didn't finish it, I listened to like a lot of it. Like I was really like holding on, but I just
it was too.
And
it's a sequel now.
I know, and I feel like maybe I just wasn't there to get it. You know, like maybe it was me. So I don't know.
Now, N.K. Jemisin, I heard that a lot about that. I heard that a lot about red. I was about to say red leather, yellow leather.
Yeah,
but I heard a lot about that. Red Wolf, Black Fox. Did I just make that up? Marlon James.
Yeah. Red Wolf, Black Leopard, something like that.
Oh. Where I get a fox?
I don't know. I don't think fox is in the title. I don't. It may have been. I don't think so. Though.
But other than that, I mean, if I didn't get it the first time, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to get it. But City We Became, that's another. I feel like it's me because it's celebrated. Her books are celebrated. Maybe I need to try another one of her series instead of rereading that book. But okay,
yeah.
Is there a specific genre you think is best or worse for rereading potential?
I think that it's best to reread, but I think it depends on the person, honestly. But I think it's best to reread like nonfiction books because, like I said, like to me, nonfiction books are more like reference books. Like you can just go and like pick out a chapter and be like, you know what, I need help with this, and go to like that chapter or whatever. Worse, I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't read it like a suspense again because you know what's gonna happen. You know,
that's the point.
And so it's just like it's not gonna give you the same feeling as the first time, and you already know what's gonna happen. But so yeah, that's my best and worst.
I would agree. Suspense, no point, no point, because that's the point of the book, to try to guess and to be suspense and what's gonna happen. And if you already know what's gonna happen, like. What are we doing here? So that, yes, I would agree that's the worst. Best, I don't know, like those I say like same nonfiction or like you said, reference books. I still hold steadily to the ones that I mentioned earlier as well, just those moving books, like the Life of Pi, the Alchemist. But I don't know. I didn't even read The Alchemist, but and I haven't even read Life of Pi. So the Kite Runner, those types of books that's like, oh my God, there's a lesson here.
Yeah,
I think those are like the best to reread. At least, not even my opinion of the best, but the books I hear most people say, oh, I read this 10 times, and it's like, girl, try something different, girl. Don't you want to try something new? Spice it up a bit. Okay. Is there a book you've liked more upon rereading?
No, because I don't read books.
No, because even if I reread it, I'd be like, girl, I probably hate it more, honestly.
I'm gonna skip. I've tried. I think I really have tried when I was younger. When I was
should reread Queenie and see.
Reread it.
No, because I'm gonna hate it more. I'm be like, see, this is why I didn't like this book the first time.
Right. Rekindle the hatred.
Right. Is there a book you've liked less upon reread?
No, because I don't reread.
It'll probably, like I said, it'll probably be Queenie. It'll probably be.
But you haven't reread it, so don't say that about Queenie.
it's a whole bunch of books that I didn't like the first time that I probably like if I went back, I'd be like, I like it even less. So all the books I didn't like the first time, I'm sure I would like. Oh my God, you know what? We might be sleeping on that one.
I know. People like that book.
People love that book. All right. So if you reread, what book would you? That's question mark.
Wait, what?
I wrote it. I didn't write the question. So if you reread, what book would you reread?
Okay. If I did reread.
Oh no.
If I did reread.
Wait, did I say this? I don't know. Oh, never mind. The question is, if you reread, what book would you like to reread by the end of the year?
Kristen, get it together. I would reread 7 Days in June. I might reread that. You know what? You know what we should do? We should read books that we've only listened to. That's the real challenge. Because I feel like it may be different.
It might hit you different.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I will say, because some books I will speed through.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Mm-hmm. I have that on like almost 2 times speed.
Oh, see, now
like,
you're doing a lot.
She's like,
you're not getting...
And I'm like, yes, I'm following.
You're
I'm
not
there.
following.
Hold on. Let me pause, rewind. I'm there. Okay, that's how I am.
You're not following it. Everything for me is on 1.5 because I can't listen to it regular.
You
but
seen the
1.5.
speed reading competition where
like first of all,
you're not
reading. Be for real.
I used to do debate and we had to read like that.
For real?
Out loud, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was like first one see was like
that's too much.
Yes, but
yeah, that's the one that comes to mind.
No, so that is a good idea. We probably will likely try to reread a book that we've listened to, especially since we've transitioned mostly only to audiobooks.
Yeah.
It is a different experience. It is a different experience reading a book visually because the words hit you differently. You know what book I would like to reread if I'm reading it visually? Let me look. I don't know. Beach Read. I like that book. I don't know.
That's good.
Love Radio.
Oh yeah, that was cute.
I would like to read that with my eyes.
You need to finish Honey and Spice because it was cute like that too.
I'm just looking at my old books.
Oh, what you
I'm just looking recently.
That's what I have to do. I have to look at like my Goodreads and be like, oh yeah, that book.
But here, y'all, I showed y'all. I updated my notes. I got like a picture of
that's a good way to
the books, but I only did that like the last few months. So
I gotta print mine out again. Ooh, look at you. Did you finish Upgrade?
Oh yeah, I did. I should have said that in our wrap up, huh?
You didn't talk about it. I don't think you talked about it, did you?
I talked about it with you a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I don't. Anywho, all right, we're getting off topic. So, tag some folks. We tag everybody.
Everybody, y'all already know what it is. Just do it.
Tag everybody, and we thank.
That's actually a fun, cute tag.
Yeah, we thank Tangible Reads for tagging us. Again,
girl.
we apologize about the delay. Thank you for tagging us because we never know if we tagged and we figured it out. So you helped us. You provided us a moment of education.
We just be doing tags just because,
right? And people probably actually tagged us, and we like, sorry. But let us know some books you reread. Even though you don't reread, what's some books you'd like to reread or could see yourself rereading if you got to that point? Or if you are a rereader, give us the argument. Let us know why it's important to do so because I need to know. Like this video, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll be back next time. Bye.